Here we go. Another week, another live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D Generation X proudly brings to you its WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. And if you're not down with that, we got just two words for ya. I love the Attitude Era, and I love Degeneration X, and I love the New Age Outlaws. My word, I love the New Age Outlaws. Dear, what a time to be alive. I saw a video on TikTok, and it was their whole entrance from peak Attitude Era, like right from the start with, "Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, your ass better call somebody. Hey, it's me. It's the D-O-double-G. And I'm riding with the B-A-double-D. Oh, man. New Age Outlaws. And it's funny, I bet now, if I was to go back and watch their stuff, I don't even know what their matches were like. I genuinely can't remember what their matches were like. If, as a tag team, they were any good. I honestly can't remember. But I remember how they made me feel. I remember how they entertained me. I remember how excited and how fun it was to watch them. Yeah. And they probably had the same issues that I complain about with the LWO and with the Judgment Day. Like D-Generation X probably had exactly the same issues back in the day, and I've forgotten. They probably had the same issues of highly repetitive feuds and tag matches that were just different combinations of the same 3 or 4 people versus the same 3 or 4 people in some tag form or another. But I didn't care. Oh yes, Glenn, the New Age Outlaws were class. Oh yeah, I bet now that's probably what people think about LWO and Judgment Day and all these factions. They probably don't notice, like the kids, like teenagers and that, probably don't notice that it's just some combination of them every single week. I hope not, because I didn't for D Generation X, and I loved it. Real talk. Hey, bro, can't watch live tonight. So my notifications will be off. How are you? Dude, no problem at all. I'm really good, thank you, mate. I'm really good. I'm looking forward to a packed show. I was looking at what the plan is for tonight. What's been announced? It's going to be a good show. It really, really is. But if you can't make it, that's absolutely fine. We do have to stay up through the night in the UK to like some stupid time in the morning, so that makes sense. Jill Presslar, hi, how you doing? Adolf Forrest, how are you doing? Adolfo Flores knows where I live. Yes, I live in England. Proud to do so. RS Staffy, yo, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. MU for life. Not watching tonight. Playing my last game on FC 25 and going to sleep. No problem. It is that thing of it's Raw. It's a Monday night. Starts at 1 a.m. Goes through till probably 4 a.m. We've got life the next day. Like, I get it, man. But appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate you saying hi. And hopefully we'll catch up later in the week. Your last game on FC 25. Oh man, I'm about to lose like all respect, aren't I? What FC 25 is that? The new version of Pro Evolution Soccer, or FIFA, or Football Manager? What's FC25? Where does it sit? Because I used to love Football Manager. I used to play that all the time. The hours, the month, the years of my life that I have spent playing Football Manager. It's crazy. Real talk. Let's get him to 1K. Ah, thank you, mate. That'd be very, very kind. I would appreciate that. Craig, yo, what's up? What is up, my friend? What is up is, I'll tell you what's up. I have been looking for this particular Funko Pop, this wrestling Funko Pop, for months and months and months, and it's always been quite expensive. It was out of production, and then finally the other day I saw it back, and it was in production. You could get it new, and it was half price of what I was seeing anywhere for resale, and so I got it. Let me catch up on the chat, and then I'll show you what it was. Glenn, I saw Billy Gunn in a match in my town for a local wrestling show. Awesome. I've walked past him at WrestleCon. He was with the what are his kids called? They're in a tag team in AEW. And then the other tag team that do like the Sesame thing. They were all at tables next to each other. So I walked past him. He looks good for however old he is. Kresma, I wonder who New Day's opponents will be. Yeah, I mean, they've been having beef with everybody. So who knows? It was Ray that they were having the most beef with, but then he showed up on SmackDown against Kevin Owens, so not sure. And if you like FIFA, FC25 is FIFA. Okay. So how do you play it quite a lot then? Because I've heard that with FIFA, I sound so old. I've heard that with FIFA you can buy these packs, and you can like work through career mode and get like different. You can get like different players, or do you just like playing with the set teams? Like what do you do? Carl83, hey buddy, I hope they mention the women's rumble tonight, because there's been no mention of it on WWE TV so far. That is true. All the men have been declaring, and yet no women have declared for their rumble, so it would be nice. I've got to think it's because there was still the IC title tournament, and they knew that they were going to be changing champions, so they knew that Rhea was going to take the women's title. They knew that Tiffany was going to take the other title. Now that's settled, I imagine people can start declaring. Before that was settled, because I mean, what we had 2 title changes in a week or in 2 weeks. So like it would be quite random for Rhea to be like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Rumble, because she's not, or Tiffany's be like, yeah, like, because she's not. So yeah. All right. Leighton 1703, how you doing? Lewis, how you doing? Leighton, I think Jey Uso and Sami Zayn against the New Day. Well, Jey Uso is preparing for his title match against Gunther at the weekend, and Sami Zayn's been promoted as having his own slot on the mic tonight. So I think they're both busy. I don't think they'll have a tag match against New Day. I think Jey Uso is going to be wrapped up in what's going on with Gunther. Lewis, what's happening on Raw tonight? Well, it's a stacked show, starting with as Aaron on YouTube has said, JBL is on Raw tonight. Bit random, I know. He was on TNA Genesis last night, and then he's on Raw tonight, so that'll be interesting. We've got WrestleMania 40 rematch. We've got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. We've got Pure Fusion Collective versus Damage Control. We've got the New Day in action for the first time since they turned heel back in December. We've got, as I say, Jey Uso is on the Go Home show before his title match on Saturday. Got Sami Zayn's going to be on the mic. We've got Lyra Valkyria, her first night as Women's IC champion. So yeah, there's a lot going on tonight for sure. Gem, I like the element of surprise for the Rumbles, to be fair. Me too, Gem. Gem, me too. Cody Burris 678. Hi from Twitch. How you doing? Good to see you. Are you staying up all the way through and watching Raw all the way through? But yeah, Gem, I agree. I miss the surprise the Rumbles. There are certain people that we know, but I still like it to be like in professional wrestling. We all buy into this like, oh, what is it? This suspended disbelief. We're all like, oh, who we all know that like Roman's going to be there and Cena's going to be there and whatnot, but we all kind of buy into this like suspended disbelief of I wonder who's going to show up. It'd be nice for them not to like kill that that disbelief. MK London, hello Matt, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? Glenn, Alexa's back soon. That is the rumor. She's definitely been training. I saw her, I think it was an Instagram post, which was a picture of her saying that she was back to her pre-pregnancy weight. Now, that's not me making a comment. That's her. She put that up freely. You would only do that if she's trying to get back in shape, I would think. So that's exciting. So yeah, hopefully she'll be back soon. FIFA FC has changed a lot. EA are just a money-grabbing company. I hate them. Well, that's what I've heard, is that you don't just pay for the game anymore, that you can buy all these packs and all these different things. Felipe, do you ever think that Penta will join either LWO or the Judgment Day? Felipe, I hope not. I hope not, just because those factions seem to be where decent singles wrestlers go to be forgotten. So where's Dragon Lee? What's Dragon Lee done recently? Dragon Lee was an amazing talent coming out of NXT and was very exciting on the main roster. And then he got put in the LWO, and that's it. We barely even see him. Even now, like when Ray or when Zelina's involved in something, it's just them showing up on screen. We don't even see Dragon Lee anymore. So yeah, I hope Penta doesn't, just because I want to actually keep seeing Penta do his stuff. Carl83, what TNA stars do you think we'll see in the Rumble? I really hope we'll see the new TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. I really hope we do. I know a lot of people want to see Moose. I think Jordan Grace is going to sign for WWE, so she'll not be a TNA player. If they're having Cora Jade switch over there, Masha Slamovich, I think we'll get in the women's. I think there's every possibility that the Hardy Boys show up. Every possibility, especially now that they're having a direct match with Fraxium. So yeah, lots of potential. Who do you want to see, Carl? Who do you want to see? Iris Blaze, I can see Ray and Penta versus the New Day. Staffy, I agree. I think that would be good. I don't know, because is Ray now on SmackDown because he had that match with Kevin Owens, or was that a one-off because it was his hometown? I'm not sure. But yes, Ray and Penta versus the New Day, that would be awesome. Ray and Penta together would be class. I mean, imagine if they do something at Backlash in Mexico in a couple of months, that the roof would just blow off the place. Tesco worker, when did you get into wrestling? When I was about 14, 15, back in the Attitude Era, at the end of the 90s. So yeah, that's when I first got into wrestling. How about you, mate? Kresma, I think New Day's opponents could be Fraxium. I would love that, because I think Fraxium are ready to go on the main roster, but they've just come out on TNA and challenged the Hardy Boys, so I don't think they'll come out on Raw as well, but we'll see. Emmy for life, JBL to manage someone, maybe. It depends if he's going to come back more full time or if this is just a one-off. Carl, Bailey is signed with Raw and is facing Nia Jax tonight. Bailey and Nia Jax signing with Raw. That'd be interesting. That'll be a bit of a shake-up. When Nia came out to face Rhea last week, I thought that was interesting. I could see Nia going over to Raw and being Rhea's opponent, because Rhea needs someone that like would be a challenge for her now. So yeah, that could be interesting if Bailey and Nia and Rhea all circle each other on Raw. That'd be interesting. Darwizy ended up getting tickets to For the Love of Wrestling, getting a photo with Foley. Yes, mate. Fantastic. Congrats. I'm going to do the same. Me and a mate of mine, we're going to go on Sunday, and I'm not going to get a photo with Foley. I'm gonna get him to sign my Foley Funko Pop. But yeah, that's class, mate. That's class. I hope you have a great time. It's the first time I've been to For the Love of the Wrestling, so I don't know what to expect. If it's anything like WrestleCon that I went to in LA, it'll be fantastic. I'm hoping to see some good wrestlers and to see some good wrestling art and some wrestling pops. Yeah, I want art and I want pops. Unique, awesome art is what I'm after, really, especially for the study. Aaron on YouTube. Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes versus the New Day. I want to see Garrett Bischoff. Who's Damien Sandow? Is that someone I should know? Lewis, is Penta coming out tonight? I hope so. I hope it wasn't just like a random one last week. I hope he's back tonight as well. Looks to be a stacked show though, so we'll see. Penta is waiting for his brother to come. How long is Tony Khan going to keep him locked in that contract? Is he going to come? Brandon, I see Joe Hendry or Nick Nemeth on Raw tonight. I wouldn't be upset with either, to be honest. Joe Hendry's music hits would be awesome. I'm a big fan of Nick Nemeth. I thought he was an excellent worker, amazing seller. So yeah, I'd be quite happy to see him back. Darren Gibson, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Jordan Grace is signed with WWE. Yes. And I was reading, a lot of people have thought she'd come into NXT. But then some are thinking that she might get dropped straight in to Raw and maybe straight in to go against Rhea. Maybe. Yeah, Rhea versus Jordan Grace. Two powerhouses would be awesome. J Life, I used to love it when they picked their numbers out. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Well, I remember, and this is 20 odd years ago, where they used to fight for the privilege of like getting the best spot for number 30. Or one of the things that Vince McMahon would do to screw with people was to say that you would have to start for number 1. Yeah, I miss that kind of stuff. Either fighting for a decent shot in the ring or being punished with a bad shot in the Rumble. Lewis, is Alexa Bliss joining the Wyatt Six, and who is she going to be? I hope not, is my personal take. I hope she doesn't. I think the Wyatt Six are struggling. I think WWE Creative are struggling as to how to book them. And I think if Alexa Bliss got put with the Wyatt Six, she would be struggling along with them, and it wouldn't really work. So I'm hoping that she's not. I'm hoping that she's set aside. Right, let me catch up on comments. If you're new here, then great. Thank you for joining. Apologies. This is what I do. I interact with people, and so I go quite in depth sometimes and get behind on the comments. I will get to your comments. I will go through and call these out. So apologies. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Kresman, I think Dragon Lee will be put over by Ray when Dragon Lee turns heel. I think it could be really good. Yeah. I mean, I would love Dragon Lee to get put over. Maybe not by Ray, just because Ray's had to put over Dom by having Dom turn on him, and then Santos Escobar, and then Carlito. Like, Ray's had quite a few people just turn on him because he's Rey Mysterio. So hopefully, if Dragon Lee is going to get pushed, they'd find a different way to do it. For me personally, Jem, praying for the Hardy Boys to show up. It would be cool, and I think if they show up together and they show up at the Rumble, the wave of nostalgia would take over any bad memory of what happened with Jeff Hardy a few years ago. And yeah, I think it would be really nice, be really fun. Matthew Miller, how you doing? I would like to see Josh Alexander in the Rumble. Fair enough. Staffy, one off, I think. What was that for? See, this is the other thing. When I'm catching up, I lose track as to different people's threads. So apologies. Darren Gibson, evening, mate. Good to see you. Fraxium, them challenging the Hardy Boys is why I think they will be New Day's opponents. Maybe that'd be cool. I think Fraxium are brilliant. I'm a big fan of Nathan Fraser. Axiom is fantastic as well. I think they could be really fun. I think their main roster ready as well. I really do. Febs, Bailey's on Raw. No. Yeah, I mean, she just lost clean to the women's champion. So there was really nowhere for her to go because she's not going to go down into that mid-card table. So I'm not surprised, to be honest. And it's a fresh start as well. She's been on SmackDown for a little while. Put her on to Raw, new people to go up against. John, really annoying how they spoiled Charlotte's return. Agree. I wish she'd have just come back as a random return or at the Rumble. I think that would have been really fun. Craig, I've been playing a lot of 2K24, but their servers are bad. Oh no, I haven't played 2K24 for a few months now. I can't remember their servers being that bad. I remember it taking a little while to load sometimes. Maybe it's just the time of day I was playing, and maybe the DLC packs have caused issues, and also they might have just switched their attention onto 2K25. Because I think they're going to announce that soon, aren't they? I think Roman's going to be on Raw next Monday, and then I think on the Tuesday there's a big 2K25 announcement. I think so. We're nearly, we're nearly there for the new 2K25. That was he. Adam Pearce said Penta will show up, and Bailey is now on Raw. Cross, is he put that on one of his videos on social? I've had a nap. So I've been doing family stuff and then I've had a nap. So whatever's happened on social media in the last 4 or 5 hours, I haven't seen. So thank you for letting us know. Appreciate it. Aaron on YouTube, Alexa Bliss will reunite with Nikki Cross. Maybe that could be interesting. Again, though, Nikki is very much embedded in the Wyatt Six, so I don't know how they would combine without either pulling Nikki out or bringing Alexa in. Frederick, are you streaming live tonight? Yes, I am, buddy. I am live watch along all the way through, doing a Q&A right now as we get ready, and then when Raw goes live in 38 minutes time, we'll be live streaming. Logan, who will be the final two in both Rumbles? I personally think that the men's Rumble, the last two, will be Cena and Punk. The women's Rumble, I want to say like Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill or something like that, maybe. Who do you reckon, Logan? Jane 218, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Matthew Miller, I'm very well, thank you. Lewis, can't believe that Charlotte Flair is returning. I know, it's about time. And looking at the training video she's putting up on Instagram, she is ready. She is ready, and she's good to go, hopefully. I always thought Charlotte Flair was fantastic, so I hope that with this injury she's not skipped a beat and that she comes back stronger than ever. I really do. Chris Leclerc just subscribed on YouTube on his iPad. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Kresma, Nathan Fraser is future Hall of Famer for sure. He's incredible. Yeah, I think he needs to get better on the mic, Kresma. I think that's the one thing I would say in NXT is that his acting needs to get a bit better. But in the ring, yeah, and you can tell he's from Seth Rollins' school as well, that he's a Seth Rollins guy. Chris Leclerc thinks that Charlotte Flair and Bayley will be the last two for the Women's Rumble. I hope Charlotte Flair isn't there and doesn't win. Just because, and I think I've said this before, the mark against Charlotte is that she's always put straight into the title. She's always put straight into, and she doesn't need to be. And I think she was in the past because they were short on top tier talent in the women's division. They're not anymore. So I don't think Charlotte Flair needs to get put into that the final of the Rumble or to win the Rumble at all. But we'll see. We'll see. Simon or Big C, who will face Rhea Ripley at the Rumble? Good question. Part of me is hoping for Jordynne Grace. I think that would be really fun. But they're still working out what this brand transfer window looks like. So they're still settling down as to who's where. Like Bayley's coming over to Raw this week. So let's maybe give it a couple of weeks to settle down and then we'll find out. Millie, hey, how are you? I am good. How are you doing? Staffy, yes, next week is the announcement 2K25. Craig says 2K25 is going to have intergender matches, and that's been announced. That'll be really cool. That'll be really fun. Whether it's one-on-one or whether it's mixed tag, that'll be really fun. Did it start yet? No, we're about half an hour away. Dowsy, Ivor gets to see JBL. Yes. One of the regulars into our lives, Ivor Ivana for America. She is there live for Raw tonight. She's got tickets for this week's Raw, so hopefully she's going to have an amazing time tonight. DP for NK. Hey, mate, you okay? Yes, I'm really good, thank you. How are you? Lewis, and I've seen a post that Chelsea Green wants to face Penta, do a rematch from Lucha Underground. That would be really cool. I've seen the clips from their match for Lucha Underground, and it looks awesome. And I tell you, that Chelsea Green can wrestle. She can go. I don't think that would ever happen in WWE, but who knows? Never say never. Never say never. Will, who's the best past to current wrestler of all time? Will, this stuff is always subjective. For me, it's Triple H. Triple H is my guy. I think, yeah, he's just everything. He's the total package. He's the full, everything you could want a professional wrestler to have. How about you, Will? Millie, does it finish at 3 a.m.? No, I think it's probably going to be about 3:30. I read somewhere that Triple H sees the 2.5 hour time as like the sweet spot for Raw. So that would take us to about 3:30. Will, try and beat your top 5. Goldberg, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, and Booker T. Stone Cold and Kurt Angle, both up there, very much so. Goldberg, no, not greatest of all time. Protected, storyline-wise. But if you gave anybody with a decent physique the protection that he had to go undefeated, they would also be seen as a legend. I don't think if Goldberg wasn't given the streak, he wouldn't be Goldberg, and anyone could be given the streak. That's just booking. So yeah, for me, I don't personally, I wouldn't put Goldberg up there, but that's just me. Tam, I hope Cena is here tonight. I'm sorry, Tam, he's not. He's I think the next time we'll see him is maybe next week on SmackDown, the day before the Royal Rumble. He said the next time he's back is in Indianapolis, which is the Rumble, his Rumble weekend. So I don't think he'll be there tonight. So hopefully you won't be too disappointed. Millie can't wait to see Rhea tonight. Of course, Millie, staying on brand. Staffy, Cena posted the TNA logo on his Instagram. Yes, and then did you see Joe Hendry on Busted Open? Bully Ray asked, who were you looking over your shoulder to? And Joe Hendry said, John Cena. Joe Hendry called out John Cena. And he referenced the fact that Cena had put the TNA crossover on his own Instagram. That would be fun. Joe Hendry and John Cena on the mic together, on screen together. I don't think they'll have a match, but just being on screen together would be really fun. Cena also posted the TNA logo on his Instagram. Yeah. What's JBL doing tonight? Nobody knows. Well, I don't know. I'm sure someone knows. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's worthwhile. Hopefully it's more than just a legend just walking around backstage. Hopefully there'll be something to it. Sean, the Triple H era has been so good so far. Yes, it has. Yeah, really big fan of Triple H era. Think he's doing a great job. Long-term storytelling, really good protection of characters. Yeah, big fan of what Triple H is doing. Charisma, intergender matches can't happen in today's WWE. It can bury a lot of people quite easily. Okay, interesting. Charisma, Goldberg is one of the worst in-ring wrestlers of all time. Sean says Gilberg is greater than Goldberg. There you go. LEW, do you think any TNA wrestlers will appear tonight? Maybe. And I only say that just because of JBL. JBL appeared on TNA last night, and then he's on Raw tonight. Is there going to be any synergy or any connection? Maybe. We'll see. Charisma, so he's turning up like once a month. That's kind of bad. Is that John Cena? I think he is. That's what's happening this month. I don't think that's going to be the whole year. I mean, Charisma, he said previously he's got 36 dates, I think. 36, 38 dates. I think they're just going to stack it around key events. So he's promoted really heavily for Elimination Chamber. So I think maybe a few weeks leading up to Elimination Chamber, he'll be around to kind of build his story for being in the chamber. I think the build up to WrestleMania, he'll be around a lot more for that build up, maybe part of the tour in the UK. So I think maybe it's just a slow start and then he's going to pick up. And then he might go away for a little bit and then he'll come back around like Money in the Bank or something. I think they're going to use him sparingly, but I don't think once a month is going to be the main or the norm for him. But we'll see. Chris Leclerc on YouTube, Penta versus Io Sky face each other on Lucha Underground. Yes, I saw all those clips doing the rounds of who was in Lucha Underground and who's Penta faced before, intergender matches. Looks really fun. If I had more time in my life, I would love to go back and watch a load of those Lucha Underground matches because the clips that I've seen looks really fun. Looks really good. Charlie Smith, is it just me slightly confused? I assumed Cena was meant to be here weekly in his last run. Yeah, as I say, I think it'll be at different times. So I think he'll be around sometimes in the year more frequently than others. I would think there'll be some pay-per-views that he'll do and not others. So I think he will do the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Mania, obviously, Backlash, just because it's going to Mexico, and he's talked about doing the international PLEs. So yeah, I think there'll be a few shows where he's more frequent than others. Charisma, if he isn't turning up every week, he doesn't deserve another world title. Wow, that's a hot take. That's a hot take right there. What if he's every week, but only at certain times of year? So he's not going to do the full 52 weeks, but he said he's got 36 dates. So he's going to be quite intense at different times of the year. What do you think for that? Tam, my top 5 is Michaels, Undertaker, Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock. That's a very hard top 5 to argue with right there. A very, very hard top 5 to argue with. That's a good shout. Staffy, Goldberg is like watching paint dry. Charlie, intergender matches are apparently returning in the game in 2K25. Yes, that's what I've heard. Lewis, I find it funny Triple H tries to tell The Rock what to do, but The Rock has more power than him. Yes. And Triple H has said in the past that The Rock does whatever The Rock wants to do. It is annoying, though. I bet for Triple H that must be really hard because he spends all year carefully crafting all of these stories and planning all of these storylines going and building towards certain events. And then The Rock just picks up the phone and says, I'm going to be in town. I want to do something. And then Triple H almost has to like rip everything up and be like, right, okay, Rock, what do you want to do? Josh, MCC, yo, bro, how are you doing? Charlie Smith, there's no way Cena isn't on those UK shows leading to Mania. He loves the UK and it makes sense. True. I mean, Charlie, is he going to be on all of the shows, though? Okay, here's the thing, and this is what I think might be the danger, is that tour is a 3-week European tour. John Cena might be on select dates through that tour. He might not be on everything. So there's going to be 3 Raws, there's going to be 3 SmackDowns, and there's going to be a bunch of house shows across Europe in between. Is John Cena going to commit to be full-time on a 3-week tour where he is traveling around Europe and he is hitting every Raw, every SmackDown, and every house show? I don't think so. Is there a chance that he'll potentially do a certain swing? So the end of March, they've got Raw in London they've got SmackDown in London on the Friday. Then they're off to like Amsterdam and Milan on the Saturday and Sunday, and then they're back in London for Raw on the Monday. I could see him doing a weekend, but then he's only in like 4 cities. He's only in 3 cities on that tour. So some people, especially like those going to Glasgow, etc., would be upset. So we'll see. I think he will be on the tour, but maybe not just all of it. Charlie Smith, Money in the Bank versus Punk. Is that for John Cena? Maybe. We'll see. Kresma, John Cena's already had so many reigns, and the most of the world champion recently are turning up every week. True, but this is John Cena, and it's his final year, and he's chasing number 17, and he's got so much love and so much credibility in the bank after putting other people over for the last 6 years. He hasn't won in 6 years because he's been putting everybody else over. I think Cena will get away with it. Charlie, Goldberg is like watching paint dry. How dare you disrespect paint like that? Well, I mean, we'll find out. I read that he was going to be on a Raw this month. So maybe tonight or next week, maybe Goldberg will be around. We know he's got his retirement match. We know Goldberg's got at least one more match this year. So we're going to see Goldberg at some point get ready and be building towards that. So we will see him come in. But we'll see. Charlie, not all of them, but definitely a couple of them. I think you're probably talking about Cena and the tour. I hope so. Craig, hopefully he's at the Raw in Glasgow. That would be cool. I mean, it's Scotland. Another country for Cena to tick off the list, so to speak, would be good. I hope so. I hope that he's everywhere. I hope that he's in Canada for Elimination Chamber. He's in Vegas for Mania. I hope he's in Mexico for Backlash. I hope he comes to the UK, goes to Scotland and to London and to other places in Europe for that Road to WrestleMania tour. He'll be in Saudi, and they haven't announced the other PLEs yet for the year, but I imagine there's going to be other international PLEs that he'll show up at as well. So I think we're going to see him a lot over the year. Charlie thinks definitely a couple of TVs on the tour, hopefully so. Eleanor, followed the host. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the live. Hope you're getting ready for Raw. It starts in 21 minutes. We have the Raw countdown on Netflix right now. I've got it switched on, counting down. Ashley, who do you think? Who do you reckon New Day scrap? Good question. And honestly, it's up in the air because we've got the TNA partnership, because we've got the transfer window between different brands, where NXT talent could potentially be getting called up, where SmackDown talent could be swapping over to Raw. It could literally be anybody. So I'm excited to see who it is. Charisma thinks Orton deserves it way more. I mean, Charisma, I'm hoping that Randy Orton's going to get a title this year anyway. I would love the title to change hands between Cody, Orton, and Kevin Owens. I think, I've said that before on these lives. So hopefully Orton gets it that way. But we'll see. Promi Scott, when is Raw starting? In 20 minutes, 1 a.m. UK time. 1 a.m. Charlie, I know they will, but I pray they don't have Charlotte get 17. Who knows? I mean, she is still Charlotte Flair. I think she still is fantastic. But the women's division is in a different place than it was when she was winning all those titles. It's in a different place than it was a year ago when she got injured, to be fair. It doesn't need someone like a Charlotte Flair at the top kind of carrying the division along. So I don't think she might not get there, but we'll see. Dowazy, my Netflix says SmackDown is live, but it's obviously Raw when I click on it. Glitches, my friend. Charlie Smith, apparently they're doing Penta versus Pete Dunne tonight. Ooh, that would be good. Pete Dunne will be putting Penta over. Penta will be winning that one, but that would be a good match. That would be really nice. Ashley, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Ashley thinks it'll be Ray and Penta against the New Day, maybe. The Wrestling Pit has followed. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the likes, all the shares. Really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. How come Kevin Owens can use Penta's signature move, but Penta can't? What's Penta's signature move? I didn't watch Penta before he showed up on Raw last week, so you're going to have to educate me a bit. Eleanor, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yes, I'm really good, thank you. When Bliss comes back, I'd love her to face Liv. Oh, that could be a really good matchup. That could be really good. We'll see where they fit. We're going to have to see what's next for Liv and the Judgment Day. What's going to happen with them? Are they going to jump into any feuds, or are they going to split up? Yeah, be interesting to see what happens with them. Conor McGarry has followed. Thank you for that. Thank you, Connor. Charisma, when Vince was in charge, it was literally just Becky, Sasha, and Charlotte at the top. Yeah, because it was slim pickings, and it takes a lot to be reliable at the top. And I think Vince kind of went with who he knew could do the job. Whereas now, there's so much depth in that women's division. It's crazy. Charlie, the hill I'll forever stick by is I think Charlotte is massively overrated. Ooh, Charlie, you and I disagree. I think she's fantastic. I think she's got everything. If you take away the unnecessary hate because she got preference so much because the women's division was still getting off the ground, I think objectively, personally, when it comes to look and moveset and skill and in-ring psychology and promo and everything, I think she's great. Conor McGarry, I believe it is Pete Dunne, which is going to be a banger. Yes. And I hope they get a decent length of a match as well, like 20 minutes or so. That'd be really good. Will, you might have said already, but are you going to any shows in March? Yes, I'm going to London. I'm going to the doubleheader, the Friday night SmackDown, and then the Monday night Raw at the end of March. So I'm making a weekend out of it out of London. I've got the combo tickets, and that's going to be my treat to myself this year, because I was trying to get to Mania at one point. I was trying to get to Vegas. I've already booked my hotel for Vegas. It's still there on free cancellation. I was waiting to see what happened with the Vegas tickets. $1,000 for the combo tickets to sit in the rafters is too much. And now that WWE are coming over, and it's a weekend in London, and there'll be other shows, hopefully like indie shows through the weekend as well. I think I'm gonna park WrestleMania this year and just focus on London. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Will, which ones are you going to again? Lewis, WWE is trying to get Charlotte to the same number of championships as her dad, or more championships than her dad. Maybe that was the plan under Vince. I don't think that'll be the plan under Triple H, but we'll see. Dowsy, love to see Ray and Penta team up. Most likely we'll get the Dunn match. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Ray and Penta. I think maybe something for Backlash in Mexico, I think probably would make sense. Charlie, Penta did the package pile driver. Oh, okay. Well, they've made such a big deal with that being a banned move. So I don't think Penta will be allowed to do that at all. And the only reason Kevin Owens is doing it is for storyline reasons. So yeah, I don't think Penta will be allowed to do that at all, because especially as they've made such a big deal of it for Kevin Owens. Jordan Hall 342. You liking the Kevin Owens versus Rhodes battles? Yes, I think they are having to play filler for a couple of weeks too long. I think when they declared their ladder match for the Rumble, but it was still 5 weeks away, I was a bit concerned that they were going to have 5 weeks of filler. And whilst they have made it interesting with these brawls, we've seen it now. We've seen it. Like, I don't need another 2 Friday night SmackDowns worth. We've got 2 SmackDowns and we've got a Saturday night's main event. I don't need 3 episodes of those guys battling backs and forwards and scrapping. I don't know what they can do for 3 episodes to keep it interesting. I just want the ladder match now. What do you think, Jordan? What do you think? Dan, the Cards fan 47 from YouTube. Yeet. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's catch up on the chat. We've got 13 minutes left on the Raw Countdown on Netflix. Staffy, hope we see some TNA stars have matches at WrestleMania 2. I don't think they'll be at WrestleMania. It's a TNA NXT partnership. I could see them being part of Stand and Deliver on the Saturday morning, but I don't think they'll be on the main card at Mania. Charisma, Pete Dunne almost has to have a long match. His moveset makes sure of it. I hope so. I'm a big fan of Pete Dunne. I like what it is. He's unique. He stands out on the card. Dr. Watt 12. Why do you think JBL is on the show? Royal Rumble? Yeah, could be. He also showed up in TNA last night, and we've got that partnership with TNA. There might be some connection there. There might not be. We'll see. I don't think he'll be declaring for the Rumble. I hope not. I hope not. I personally don't like to see these older wrestlers who've retired come back. I like to remember them in their prime. So hopefully he's not going back. Eleanor, now New Day, heel. I assume Kofi doesn't do a Rumble comedy spot. No, that's a good shout. And I think we've got a few other wrestlers that might do that instead. was it Katana Chance in the women's rumble, and Naomi. They both do those spots, so I think they might do it this year instead. I don't think Kofi will do it. Charlie, WWE shows are so overpriced, makes it so hard for the average family to be able to go. Yes, absolutely. Although having said that, I was looking at the tickets for the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to fly to Indianapolis. Although I did briefly consider it when I saw the prices for Mania. $350 to sit just above the entranceway and be able to kind of look like down the entranceway towards the ring. That's a really good seat, especially for the Rumble, to see the entrances. $350, yeah, I would pay that. The prices for the Rumble seem decent. The prices for Mania do not, considering where you're going to be. Will treat myself for Glasgow and both London shows. So doing the weekend in London, hoping to climb the O2. Awesome. Well, I hope you have a great time, Will. Seeing all those shows on the build to WrestleMania as well will be very exciting. Climbing the O2 as well. I've never done that. That does look like fun. I hope it's decent weather for you. I do hope it's decent weather. Charlie says, especially if they have multiple kids. Yeah, it is pricey. I heard someone trying to get tickets for Raw in Glasgow for them and their 3 kids was going to be like over £1,000, which, not everyone has that kind of money. So yeah, I get it. Ashley, the Rumble has come so fast. Yes, just 2 weeks away. Nearly there. Lewis, unless it's a teaser for a match to come in the future between Penta and Kevin Owens. Lewis, I honestly think there's no connection. I think Penta is just Penta, and that's his signature move. I think Kevin Owens needed a band move that is also a really safe move. And I think that package pile driver, the way that he wraps everybody up, is a really safe move. I personally don't think there's any connection. Charlie could have done it at Saturday Night's main event, but it's too big for that, in my opinion. Is that Cody versus Kevin Owens? Yes. Yeah, it is. It's far too big for that. That is a glorified Raw. It's not even a PLE for me. So, yeah, absolutely. And especially if the title's going to change hands. I really hope Kevin Owens is going to get the win. I really, really do. And they wouldn't have Cody drop the belt on Saturday Night's main event. No, they'd keep that for the Rumble. Lewis thinks Josh Alexander's coming to WWE because he quit TNA. Maybe. Although, why did he have to quit TNA if TNA and WWE working together? I mean, look at Jordan Grace. Charlie thinks KO will hit a package pile driver to Cody on the bridge of the ladder. A classic Ring of Honor spot. Maybe, but I mean, we've got this contract addendum that has been signed on Saturday. People speculating what that might be. It could be no banned moves. It could be. So we'll see what that contract change is on Saturday. What they're both going to sign. See what that means. Charlie, Orton's music hits and save Cody. Charlie, what if Orton's music hits and he doesn't save Cody? What if Orton's music hits and he takes out Cody? What if Orton's music hits and he punts Cody? I think that would be much better. Conor McGarry, I actually don't understand why they tease the whole Bayley Roxanne angle. I think because it's probably going to be ongoing. I think it's going to be a slow burn. I think they did it to fool us all because they know the tropes. They know that Bayley going to NXT and Roxanne being in the crowds. I think they played us. Like everyone in the live expected the same as I did. Oh, Roxanne's going to come and attack Bayley and Tiffy's going to retain. And then Tiffy just retained clean. I think that was the surprise of the night, was that Tiffy Stratton She retained clean. She pinned Bailey, a former world champion, one of the best in the industry. And she had an excellent match. Like, in the live, we were all saying how good and mature that match was. Like, it was a 20-plus minute match. Tiffany Stratton was showing in-ring psychology, working the arm, going into submissions. It wasn't just like spots. It wasn't just like fancy bits. Bailey didn't carry her. It was a very mature main event performance. And like, for me, it was a coming out appearance for Tiffany Stratton. And I think that the Roxanne Perez tease of it all was part of that surprise. I think it was clever booking. Darwazy, apparently JBL would love to go one more time with Cena. Don't know how true that is. I think everybody would love to go one more time with Cena, to be honest, but we'll see. Ashley, Joe Hendry in the Rumble. I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope we get that. Say his name and he appears. I really hope we get that. I really do. And in walking out with that TNA title would be class. Wrestling Pier. I like seeing the old school wrestlers show up. I think the pop the crowd gives some of them. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun. It would be fun. Does he have to wrestle? If he shows up, does he have to wrestle? Maybe he can get physical like he did on Genesis last night. We'll see. 5 minutes to go, everyone. 5 minutes to go. Chris and Rigo are both followed. Thank you for that. What do you think will happen between Liv and Dom, says Millie. Liv wasn't happy. No, Millie, she wasn't. I think we're going to get a few weeks of Liv punishing Dom. I think Dom's going to be in the doghouse, and he's like going to be a bit naive to it, like he was last week. But yeah, I think Dom's going to be in the doghouse for a little while, for sure. Craig, Glasgow for one ticket alone. For VIP seats is £900. Yeah. VIP on the floor and everything, that's always going to be a lot. The real test of how expensive it is what is it just to get in the arena? So the reason why I'm saying WrestleMania is so expensive is because at the minute it's $500 a night just to get into the rafters, just to get right up to the top. Yeah, for me that's a lot of money. $500 just to get in the arena is a lot. TNA Talks, how you doing? Did you watch TNA last night? No, and I haven't had a chance to see the highlights yet, but I've seen the key results, and I've heard that Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace is a really good match. So, and I also saw a clip of a woman bringing out a version of Lucille from The Walking Dead, a bat with nails in it. So yeah. If I do get to watch it, what's worth watching? What were the best matches of the night? Charlie doesn't see KO winning. Interesting. Charisma thinks Ethan Page storyline on NXT is leading to Josh Alexander debuting. Maybe. Dark Knight, do you think Cena is there? Do you think he's where? Where do you think he is? Joe Hendry, the new TNA champ. Yes, I saw that this morning. That was one of the first things I saw this morning when I woke up. I wasn't too bothered about spoilers, so I was glad to see that. I'm really happy for him. I've seen him live a few times at an indie in the north of England, and I've met him a couple of times as well. He's yes, I have met him a couple of times. He's a great guy. Yeah, really cool. Chris, Rikishi has the greatest finisher of all time. Is that the sit-down pile driver? Or are you talking about the stink face? Charlie, Orton could turn on Cody eventually, but I don't see it at the Rumble. I think he'll save Cody first. Maybe. Depends what the plan is for WrestleMania, I think, and how you're gonna stretch it out. Joe Hendry being announced for Chris Jericho's cruise. Well, it's the same time as the Rumble. But now Joe Hendry is the kind of figure that like they could charter a plane for him. They could charter a plane to get him from one place to another, I think. Pooley, hello. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. 1 minute and 31 seconds left before Raw. Let's see if I can catch up on these comments before Raw kicks off. Let's see. Cena versus JBL would be underwhelming. Nick Namath would be funny. Eleanor, do you think Triple H goes after wrestlers for cross-posting? Liv was on Paige's Twitch. No. I think as long as they haven't done anything negative towards WWE or the brand, I think it's just all cross-promotion. I think they'll be fine. I mean, Drew had that picture with Jungle Boy in his build-up for the match with CM Punk. I think they'll be fine. Kevin thinks Liv and Finn. I don't know. I think they've got like a sibling brother-sister relationship. I don't think we're going to see them get together, but who knows? Jason, what time is main event on Saturday? It is at 1 a.m., although I think we're still waiting to see where it's going to be, whether it's going to be on Netflix or YouTube, but it's definitely starting at 1 a.m. Jordan, how's Raw going? Well, we are starting in 24 seconds. 24 seconds. We are nearly there. I think it's £100 odd for the cheapest. See, Craig, that's not bad. Too fair. For Raw live arena tour, that's not bad. 100 quid to get in. Pooley, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Millie, put Rhea Ripley on your Netflix profile pic. Well, of course. Like, would it be anybody else? Pooley, are the New Day fighting tonight, or are they saying their next opponent? No, they're in action. That's what was being said. The New Day are in action, so we're going to see it. TNA should definitely move to CW and show it on Netflix as well. Maybe we'll see how far this partnership goes. Oh, here we go. Then, now, forever together. It's starting. It is starting. Amanda, is Roman, my tribal chief, coming out tonight? No. He said when he was last out with Paul Heyman a couple of weeks ago that he would next be around on the 27th, which is next Monday. So, yeah, we're not seeing Roman until next Monday Night Raw. Gandalf the White, good to see you, mate. Penta versus Pete Dunne's been announced for Raw. That'll be a great match. That'll be really, really good. Lewis, Josh Alexander did an I Quit match against Mike Santana and said I quit, and I quit TNA. Fair enough. Oh, Seth Rollins in the building. You ready for his WrestleMania rematch? I hope he's fit and healthy. In that Punk match, he was selling his knee. I really hope Rollins is healthy and that he can have just a banger of a match. I really do. Callum's got his Netflix all set up. Awesome. CM Punk's in the building. Is he going to get involved in Seth Rollins versus Drew? We'll see. Big cheer for Penta going up on the screen. LW, evening, mate. Hope you're well. Buzzing for tonight again. Yes, it's going to be class. The matches they've announced before today and then what they've announced today. Rhea Ripley showing up on screen, getting a big... Oh! Nia Jax out of nowhere, attacking Rhea. Well, this looks to be the... where someone earlier was asking what Rhea's fight's going to be for the Rumble. I think we've just seen it. Nia Jax to Raw versus Rhea at the Rumble, I think. There we go. That'll be good. That'll be a proper challenge for Rhea. That'll be really good. All right, let's catch up on the chat. Are we streaming live? Doing a watch along. I'm not putting Raw in here. TikTok will kick me off for sure. Charlie, Roman is going to announce himself for the 2K25 cover. Probably. Pooley, I'm annoyed I can't put Bailey as my profile pic. Yeah. They're going to have to expand that list, aren't they? Jordan says Roman's lazy. What? Wade Barrett's on, not Corey Graves. That's a bit controversial. I wonder if Corey Graves was going to be called up for this, and then after everything he's been saying the last couple of weeks, they've kicked him off. Interesting. What do you guys think of Corey Graves and what he's been saying? Oh, Jey Uso kicking us off. Oh, Michael Cole's such an old white man. Oh, that kid is loving it. That kid and his dad is loving it. Good for them. Charlie, it's only Raw wrestlers that get Netflix icons. That would make sense because it would work for America as well. There you go. Connor, do you think the Corey Graves stuff is a work? I hope so. Just because you don't like to see it. You don't like to see people falling out. Look at Michael Cole go. Look at him go. Oh, bless him. Bailey's officially been transferred to Raw, apparently. Cool. Paulie, no Pat. Yes. Pat McAfee today is working for ESPN. He's doing some commentary for ESPN. So he's not here. But it is interesting that it's Wade Barrett in and not Corey Graves. That is interesting. Eleanor, what's Corey been saying? Think I missed it. Yeah, Eleanor, he when Netflix moved to Raw, he was demoted for Pat McAfee, and then he wasn't put on the team for SmackDown either. So he was demoted from the main roster down to NXT. He showed up on NXT that first week, and he put out a tweet saying how frustrated he was that he wasn't famous enough to do his job that he's really good at. And then he tweeted, I think he was supposed to be at NXT last week, and he tweeted, I've got a lot to say, tune into NXT. And then he wasn't on the show, but he was seen at the airport in Orlando. So I hope it's a work because I personally like Corey Graves. I think he's really fun and really good at what he does, but it might not be. We'll see. Charlie thinks it's a work, but he doesn't know. Christian on YouTube, do you think Seth Rollins will reunite the Shield and call Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, for help? No, Christian, I don't. Just because Moxley is Mr. AEW and he's in contract there. I don't think Moxley's leaving AEW anytime soon. So no, I don't think that's a thing. Jordan, Pat versus Corey at Mania? Maybe. I would hope so. That would be really fun. Thanks for clarifying. You're welcome. All right, what's Jey Uso going to say as he builds towards his title match, Saturday night's main event this Saturday against Gunther? What's he going to say? Is Gunther going to come out? Let's see. Connor, I really hope Jay and the Eating is still this over when Raw and SmackDown come to London. Yes, they will be. That is going to be part of the international tour that they're going to do this year. Is they're going to go to these new audiences that have never done it before, and so it's going to stay hype. Charlie, leading to a Corey in-ring return, maybe Corey versus Barrett at Mania? Maybe. I prefer Corey Graves versus Pat McAfee at Mania. I think that would be a lot more fun. That he wasn't the same without Pat going mental. True, but we had Michael Cole going extra mental. Callum, Bailey versus Michael Cole at Mania. Oh, I wish. That would be awesome. I would love that. Is now in your city. Love Jey Uso. Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. I love the Yeet entrance. I really, really do. But Jay is so gassed at the end of it. He is so gassed after doing that Yeet entrance. So like he's trying to cut this promo and he's like Callum, I didn't hear you respond when I mentioned if Dragon Lee is going to turn on Ray. I said I hope not, just because everyone turns on Ray in the LWO. It'd just be really, yeah, if someone else does it as well. I hope they come up with something a bit more interesting for Dragon Lee, personally. Charlie, Cole is like your drunk uncle at the barbecue trying to stay hip. Booms, didn't notice the time if I missed much. No, just mega entrance from Jey Uso. Oh, and Nia Jax attacking Rhea Ripley backstage. Ooh. Gunther's really grown on the mic in the last few months. To be fair, this Saturday night's main event is shaping up to be a really good card. Jay and Gunther, Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. That's exciting. Interesting. Classic heel. Pooley, is it the Rumble this Saturday or is it on Netflix? Pooley's Saturday night's main event is this Saturday. The Rumble is next Saturday, 1st of February. Go on, Jimmy. No, Jay. Oh, come on, Jay. Slap the taste out of his mouth. Go on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Go on, Jay. Hit him. Go on, Jay. Wow, someone front row. Tell the people on the front row have money because not only are they front row, but that guy wearing a Tiffy jacket. That Tiffy jacket's $220. I don't think Jay's winning. Great final line from Jay. Great final line from Jay. I still think Gunther's got this on Saturday. I think it'll be a really good match, but I think Gunther's gonna retain. Pulley's on Netflix on Saturday. I don't know. It will be on either Netflix or YouTube, both for free / inclusive. So put it down. Booms. Jay's like the KO. He's like KO. He will get chances at the belt, but won't win it. Oh, he's been busted open though. Busted lip. I don't know. I mean, it would be a really nice surprise for Jay to win. I just don't think he will. It will be a big shock if he beats him, personally. Ooh. Oh, there you go. JBL going to play into it. But New Day versus Rey Mysterio. Keep the $2. But who's going to be Rey's partner? If Penta is going against Pete Dunne, who's Rey's partner? Callum, imagine we get Ricochet Penta, be a 5-star. Maybe. I don't think we're going to get it though, because obviously they're two different companies, but we'll see. Maybe one day. Pulley, little kid dressed up as Trump yeeting. I didn't see that. Ooh, I mean, we are in Dallas, so maybe a number of Trump fans there, but I didn't see that. Craig, so New Day versus Rey and someone who's not Penta. Maybe Dragon Lee? maybe Dragon Lee. Ray and JBL versus the New Day. Just imagine that. Well, they've just said he's the special guest commentator. So I don't think it'll be JBL in the ring, but we'll see. We'll see. Naomi Andre Snowball has followed the host. Thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you're having a good time. And what do you think to Raw so far? What do you think about Jay versus Gunther? Do you think Jay has a chance on Saturday? Craig really thought it'd be Penta and Ray. What? I mean, it's confusing. There must be holding off on putting Penta and Ray on screen together. Like, that must be the reason why they've put Penta in with Dunn and not this. But we'll see. We'll see. Penta versus Pete Dunne tonight. Be good, that. Hope so. I hope so. I liked what I saw at the start of for Penta last week, and I'm a big Pete Dunne fan. So hopefully we'll get a good match. Jay versus Gunther. This is Vince McMahon type of booking. Should be getting Gunther versus Lesnar. Yeah, but Gunther versus Lesnar, that's not a Saturday night main event. That's a WrestleMania match right there. So if you wanna have Jay and Gunther on the card, you put Jay and Gunther together. Yeah. Lesnar doesn't show up for anything less than WrestleMania, in my opinion. Kid dressed up as Trump's on the left of the ramp. Okay, I'll keep my eye out. See if I can spot him. All right, who's Ray's partner? Was he coming out in his wrestling gear? Nah. JBL from the great state of Texas in Dallas. Special guest commentator. Hey, Freya, how you doing? Good to see you. Enjoying the Raw so far? You enjoyed Jay and 10 minutes of yeeting for his entrance? Dunn will sell Penta's moveset well, be a banger. Yes, hope so. Lots of excitement for Penta versus Pete Dunne. Lots of excitement. Is there a Saturday night main event soon? Yes, this Saturday. This Saturday is another Saturday night's main event. And then the week after, we've got the Rumble. Man from Del Monte. I love that handle. Bradshaw is a legend. Yes, he is. I still think he peaked with the APA, the Acolyte Protection Agency, but yes, he is a legend. Freya, I'm good. What about you? Yes, really good. Thank you. Yes, Jay, my husband. Here we go again. At least you're not going to have Ivor to back you up today, because she is actually there. Ivor is actually there in the audience. Ooh, Bailey versus Nia. So they brought them both over just to face each other. There we go. Women's Rumble declaration. We're saying earlier that no one's really declared for the Women's Rumble. So there's another one. Where's the audio? Mason Taylor, professional bull rider. Of TKO, have they added the PBR company into their estate? I heard that TKO had brought in a couple of other sports companies, so it's not just WWE and UFC anymore. Is it PBR as well? Maybe. Pooley, very excited to see Bailey on screen. So it's going to be a good night for you, my friend. Bailey's now on Raw also. That's very exciting, in my opinion. Yeah. Charisma, Ray deserves so much better in WWE. He's never got what he deserves. He became champion. He's in the Hall of Fame. Craig, first declared woman. Craig, I think Nia Jax. Oh. We're not using that anymore. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. Caden, hey mate, how you doing? New Day sucks. New Day sucks. These are some of the biggest heels on in the company right now. I'm really enjoying heel New Day. I am genuinely really enjoying this. The crowd reaction is awesome as well. Freya, really hope I can go to a W event one day. Yeah, they're class. Even the house shows. The house shows are so much fun. They really are. Come on, Ray. Now, I think Kofi's going over. I think Kofi's going to get the win because I think Woods is going to cheat because they're proper heels now. But we'll see. We'll see. But is this Kofi's first match in like 2 months? Come on, Ray. Freya still doesn't feel real. Never expect a New Day to turn heel ever. Mm-hmm. User, I can't wait to see Obafemi appear on the main roster. Hope he's in the Rumble. Yeah, I mean, he's just become NXT champion, so I don't think he'll get called up to the main roster. But yeah, Rumble, he should definitely be in the Rumble. Caden, there'll be quite a few Raws and SmackDowns in the UK this year, won't there? We're going to get 2 Raws and a SmackDown with this Road to WrestleMania tour. But when they come to the UK, they don't always do Raws and SmackDown unless it's tied in with a pay-per-view like Money in the Bank or something. So we'll see. It depends what else they announce for the rest of the year. LW swears this was meant to be a tag match. Well, yeah, they did say it was going to be both of them in action, but well. Anyway, to be fair, Kofi singles. I mean, I like Kofi Kingston, and it's interesting watching him work as a heel now. Because obviously he's got to have a completely different like mannerisms in the ring and the way that he's working, potentially different moveset now that he's a heel. So it's interesting to see how he works. Come on, though, Ray. Come on, Ray. Oh. Okay, then nothing beats Kofi in the Rumble. Probably not. Ooh. Yeah, probably. I think we were saying earlier, we're probably not going to see the comedy Kofi Kingston in the Rumble this year, unfortunately. I think it's going to be like a Katana chase. Chase or chance? Katana chance. And Naomi. Maybe even a Sol Ruka, who does that kind of a spot this year. Not complaining, just making sure I'm not going mad. Yeah. Yeah, I thought with both of them as well, to be fair. Freya, can't wait to see also your husband Drew. What's Jay gonna say? I didn't realize you had two husbands. On YouTube, Isaiah to Jesus. No, I'm not, unfortunately. I'm not, but thank you. Xavier Woods working the crowd in the background as well. Oh no, Woods, let go. Classic heel. Freya, sorry, I have four husbands. Hey, I'm not judging. LW, it's actually crazy. The Drew grew up only an hour from where I stay. Nice. Kiki, mate, great match. Yes. Yeah. It's good. They're actually, I mean, what? They've been going 10 minutes or so? So they're getting decent time? All right. Even the simple things, like the fact that Kofi's not in like his colourful gear, like he's in just his just black pants. Like even the fact that he's shaved the top part of his goatee as well. Like it all these sort of things work to make him look like a proper heel. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. Coming back from the ads in America. Hey, the crowd are sounding loud tonight. They were loud on Friday as well for SmackDown. Oof. Ray, has Ray moved to Raw now? Wasn't he on SmackDown before? I think he and Zelina have moved to Raw, but he was on SmackDown because it was in his hometown. So he had a match in his hometown. I think it was a one-off. I think he's supposed to be on Raw mostly. AR, is Penta fighting today? Yes. We've got Penta versus Pete Dunne later tonight. Pooley, Ray using the middle rope will never not be funny. I like it because he is smaller. It helps him build the momentum. Roxanne Perez does it as well. And I think that works really well for her because it always takes it out or takes me out of it seeing the women kind of run against the top rope and barely have any impact on it. But when Roxanne Perez bounces off that middle rope and gets the leverage, it makes a difference. Caden, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. This is a good match. I'm enjoying this. What do you think? Kofi's still going to get the win? Some kind of... Oh, look at that. Thumb to the eye when the referee's not looking. Tell you, Rey Mysterio and his eyes, I don't think anyone has suffered more after what Seth Rollins did to him, literally poking out his eye on the corner of the stairs. New day sucks. New day sucks. Dylan Doxy, thank you for the follow. Martin Rush, really is amazing how good Ray can still move in his 50s. One of the greatest of all time. Absolutely. Oh. Come on. Come on, ref. Throw him out. Throw him out, ref. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah. Get lost, Woodsy. Here we go. 619. Boom. Probably these two at their best have been such a great high flying match. Yeah, I think Ray's past that now. He has to be smart, doesn't he? But they're still putting on a really good match, to be fair. Craig, I still remember the Halloween match with his eyes on the steps. Well, there you go. Ray got the win. So Kofi's got something to complain about. Oh, no. Who's going to come out and save Ray? Who's going to come out and save Ray? Who do we think? Penta? LWO? Dragon Lee? No Dragon Lee. They'll have some good tag matches, those four. They'll have some really good matches, those four. Makes me wonder where Dragon Lee is, though. That's clever. That's clever. The fact that they run off into the crowd and then came back. That is clever. Kresma, Ray deserves the win. Well, there you go. How is he? Keep getting excited for Dragon Lee. Where is he? I wonder if he's injured. Yeah, I wonder if he's injured. In fact, I'm going to Google it. Is Dragon Lee injured? Is Dragon Lee injured? Uh, nothing coming up. So I'm searching for Dragon Lee and whether he's injured or not, and nothing's really coming up. No, that's an old news story. No, nothing. If any of you guys know, please share because I can't find anything. Wasn't Dragon Lee actually confirmed injured? I'm not sure. Isn't he the speed champ? No. Who is the speed champ? Yeah, he is. Dragon Lee's the speed champion. But still, though, we can be on the main roster. Sorry, I was checking that out. Yeah, apparently Dragon Lee is the speed champion. That was he. Penta has one match in WWE, and I love him. Something about luchadors. Fair enough. Kresman, in 2025, all members of American Made will hold gold. I hope so. I really hope so. I'm a big fan of all of them, especially the Creed brothers. I really hope the Creed brothers get a push. Creed brothers versus War Raiders. That could be good. Ooh, the Miz is on assignment. Main event. Yes! Get him into the main event. Come on. Ooh. Come on. Let's get Karrion Kross into the main event. Mm. I really like Karrion Kross. And if we're going to see Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn, that will be good. I like that. Jordan, anyone else loved Penta last week? Thought he was good. Good start. I think he needs a few more weeks to settle in. But yeah, good start. Craig, time to put a stuffed crust Chicago. So I'm just jealous because that sounds lovely. Charisma, can't wait for Karrion Kross's world title run. Hopefully. Luke, love you, honey. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Charisma, I remember saying months ago that Karrion's going to get a push. Yeah, I hope so. I hope this year is the year Karrion Kross. If he goes against Sami and then he gets up to the next level and gets, I think he could be a main event, top of the card heel. I really do. He just needs the push. He just needs the creative. So hopefully we're going to get that. Jordan, never heard of him until then. Well, yeah, that's the problem. Is Karrion Kross is fantastic, but he's been stuck in kind of that lower mid card level for the last couple of years. I've not really known what to do with him. He's really kind of been bouncing around from feud to feud, putting other people over. But he's very, very talented. He's really good on the mic. So yeah, hopefully he's going to get that push. Pooley, what happened to Big E? Where is he? Well, he had an accident and broke his neck during a wrestling match with Ridge Holland like 3-4 years ago. And then he's been off ever since. He's done some commentary. He's done some presenting. And then Kofi and Woods turned on him at the 10-year anniversary of New Day at the start of December. So yeah, he's been gone ever since. Jordan, wish Malachi Black would come back to WWE. Me too. And I think, isn't that the plan? Isn't his contract coming to an end at AEW? And then he's coming back? Or was that Buddy Matthews? Which one of those two? Go on, Sammy. Oh, speaking of Sammy, that pop that if you were with us right at the start of the stream I was talking about, that one that Johnny Knoxville, and it's the Johnny Knoxville from WrestleMania when he fought Sami Zayn, and it was a classic. It was amazing. But yeah, that came through today. I've been looking for it forever, and it finally came back in stock, so I got it. Really chuffed with that one. It's a good job we're not playing the Royal Rumble Declaration drinking game. We should do that next year for sure. Come on, Sammy. Thinking about himself instead of helping other people. Safi, the mousetrap was so good. Yes. Craig, Knoxville at WrestleMania. Yes. Was it 38? 38, Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. Excellent match. Really fun. What do you think? Sami Zayn for world champion? Sami Zayn to main event WrestleMania? Yeah, go on, Sammy. Fair enough. Oh, we wondered when this was going to happen. Oh, okay. We wondered when heel Kevin Owens was going to cross paths with Sammy. Oh, this just went up a level. Freya, Kevin Owens for champion. Yes, please. I agree. Craig, Kevin's going to offer Sammy a title match for no title. Pooley didn't know KO and Sammy used to be great friends. Yeah, well, they've grown up in the industry together. They both from Canada toured the Indies together. They've known each other for 20 plus years. They've been in and around each other's storylines as best friends, as enemies, the whole run through WWE. Last time they were together, they were both baby faces, and they both won the world titles off the Usos at Mania 39. Interesting. Irina's so quiet, just listening. Ooh. Ooh, all right. Do we believe him? So this is where KO says that he's going to have the world title And Sammy's going to say, Cody. Ooh. Is Kevin asking Sammy to help him cheat? So Kevin Owens asking Sammy to help him cheat. Interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Sami Zayn going to turn and help Kevin Owens? We'll see. Jordan Halls. Sami is mid. No. We love Sami Zayn. I think they missed their opportunity because Roman had to stay champion to get to WrestleMania against Cody. But I think Sami Zayn could be a world champion. I think they could figure it out. Freya, I want a Tiffany Stratton Funko Pop, please, and an Ethan Page one. There's probably a good chance of a Tiffany Stratton one. I don't think Ethan Page, but Tiffany Stratton. They're bringing out quite a few new ones this year. They've announced quite a few. They've announced an LA Knight one, and a few others. Tiffany Stratton might be on the cards, especially now she's a world champion. Jordan Halls, everyone's favorite wrestler of all time. Mine's Triple H. He's my favorite. I think he's got everything. Right. Now, I hope you don't mind. I don't have a Chicago Town pizza. I don't have a bowl of popcorn like I normally do. I do have a giant jar of Nutella. So I'm just gonna yeah. Ooh. Braun Breaker calling Sheamus old and suggesting retirement. Interesting. Sheamus was on the Chris Van Vliet podcast recently, and they asked him about retirement, and Sheamus said he wants to go till the wheels fall off. So I don't know if they're going to make that storyline about Sheamus putting his career up, but that would be interesting. That would be fun. That would be fun. Favorite wrestler of Jordan's is Undertaker and Stone Cold. Two very good shouts. Pooley's Umaga. Classic. Nutella isn't much of a difference. But it's good. Just it is very, very sickly though. I can't like I'm not going to go through this whole jar. Jordan wants Cena to win the Rumble. Okay. So Cena to win the Rumble and main event WrestleMania. Does he win at WrestleMania? And do we have Cena Gunther or Cena Cody? Favorite match of all time? Jordan, for me, it is Triple H versus Cactus Jack in a street fight at Royal Rumble 2000. That's my personal favorite match of all time. How about yours? Freya, I need to get a J Funko. You can get an Usos Funko. You can get a couple of them, like a 2-pack. The Usos, you can get them in their black Bloodline gear and their white Bloodline gear. They've got to do a Yeet version, though, soon, haven't they? They've got to do a J Yeet version. Frey wants Drew to win the Rumble. Interesting. Then he'd be a 2-time Rumble winner. Caden thinks Punk wins the Rumble. I mean, that's the thing. The Rumble this year is so stacked and is so open. Anyone could win it. I'm really excited for the Rumble because I genuinely you cannot pick it. You cannot predict it. Jordan, favorite match: Undertaker vs Mankind, Hell in a Cell. That's a good one, Jordan. That's a classic. That's a really good shout. Pooley, really hope Bailey match doesn't get interrupted. I know it is though by Rhea. Yeah, that's gonna be the issue in it, that Rhea's gonna come out and attack Nia. But I think Nia and Bailey have both declared for the Rumble, so we're not setting up like a Rhea versus Nia match for the Rumble. Unless they're going to give Rhea the night off at the Rumble. Jordan Hales, let's go Bailey. Lots of love for Bailey. Pooley says Bailey's going to win the Rumble. You heard it here first. I'm a big Bailey fan as well, to be fair. Oh, so Roxanne Perez is just following Bailey around from show to show. Interesting. What do you think? Is Roxanne just going to be in the crowd and distracts Bailey again like she did on SmackDown? Or do you think Roxanne's going to get involved? Jordan, hopefully Paige comes back at the Rumble. I don't think WWE have qualified her to wrestle. I think that was the whole point, that they wouldn't medically clear her to wrestle, but AEW would. That's why she went over. Pooley, Roxanne's going to get involved. Well, we thought that on SmackDown. And then she didn't really. Bailey kind of just walked over to her and shouted at her, and that was about it. Okay, then Roxanne attacks Bailey, and Rhea comes out to help. Maybe. Uh-oh. Gonna get a big power bomb. Oh. One. Rhea's definitely gonna make an appearance. Aye. After Nia attacked her for sure. Millie and Rhea. No, Millie and Freya got love for Rhea. So is Jordan Halls. Pooley is this going to set up Bailey and Nia versus Rhea? Nia. Oh, Bailey and Rhea versus Nia and Roxanne. Maybe. Ooh. Who's showing her? Nia can't wrestle, full stop. Gotta disagree with you there, Reese. I think she can. I think this second run she's been on is really good. I think she's done really well. I think she deserves to be the champion. I think her promos are really good. And I think she has got a lot better in the ring, personally. You know, suicide dive. Oh, Roxanne getting involved. Look how small Roxanne is compared to that security guard. Well, there we go. Well, we said that Roxanne would get involved somehow. Millie, do you think Rhea will come out? Yeah, I do. After Nia attacked her, I do think she'll come out. Craig, what happened in the cut to black? Looks like Nia just hit Bailey and knocked her down. The big hip check. Because the cut to black is when the American Netflix goes to adverts. Jordan ain't security up and coming guys who haven't made it yet as WWE stars. I think some of them are, or they're local. So I think when you see them on a PLE, I think they are. I think when you see them on a Raw or SmackDown, I think they're local talent that's trying to break in. Craig, standing okay, cut to black, right on the ground, almost too funny. Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw just behind Bailey that Nia was starting to kind of like get back to her feet, didn't you? Yeah, they're definitely doing like the slow build for Roxanne and Bailey, aren't they? With Roxanne just following Bailey everywhere. I don't know if I want Bailey to get the win, because to have a lose to Tiffany and then to Nia, like 2 shows in a row, I don't like that. But that's maybe just because I'm biased because I like Bailey. Okay, then, I mean, it's a better way to build it up than KO versus Cody. Oh, okay, then what's wrong with how they've built Kevin Owens versus Cody? I mean, are you talking about the build since Bash in Berlin, or are you talking about the last few weeks since they announced the ladder match? They've rushed it. See, Kevin Owens and Cody has been building since Bash in Berlin, which was September or July? Was it before or after SummerSlam? Like, so that's not a rush. That's like a 6-month build, that one. Probably having a lose against Tiffany and Nia, then winning the Rumble is a great setup. Yeah, although I don't think she's winning the Rumble this year. She won last year. I don't think she's going to win 2 years in a row. Danny Ali, hey, how you doing? Do you watch Total Divas? No, I wasn't watching wrestling when that was on. So I stopped around 2001, 2002, and I started watching again in 2020. So I missed the whole Total Divas era, to be honest. Jordan calling it. Cena wins the Rumble for 1. That would be incredible. If just Cena being in from 1 for the whole thing for an hour and a half, that'd be an achievement on its own. COWDS has followed. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Oh, that was a nice spot. I like that. Now he's getting back in. There we go. Oh, Bailey with an annihilator. Doesn't really have the same impact when you don't weigh the same. It's a good match, to be fair. I'm enjoying this. We've seen Bailey versus Nia Jax quite a few times over the last 6 months, but they always put on a good show. Ooh, nice. Shoulder breaker. I wonder if Bailey's going to start playing an injury angle soon, because I think Nia's working on the same arm that Tiffany Stratton was in their match on SmackDown. Feels like a bit of a coincidence for them both to be working on the same arm. Ooh. All right, here we go. Annihilator. Is this going to be it? No. Ooh. One, two. Come on, Bailey. Let's go, Bailey. Chants from the crowd. Come on, Bailey. This has been a good match. Considering it's only the top of the second hour. This is a really good match. Uh-oh. Oh. Sunset flip. Ooh. On the tailbone. Is this it? Is Bailey getting the win? 1, 2. What does Bailey have to do? Come on, Bailey. There we go. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh. Oh, have they been called for time? Because Nia is running very quickly. 1, 2, 3. Good match. Good match. Gutted for Bailey losing twice in 2 shows. 2 big matches. I hope they do pull a injury storyline for a shoulder, because that's the same arm in 2 matches as well. But where's Rhea? Three fishes. So is Nia Jax on Raw now or what? Yes. Yes, she is. All right, here we go. Here's Rhea. Rhea's going to come get some. Well, if Nia's declared for the Rumble, is this building for Rhea versus Nia at Mania? Or is this just to keep Rhea busy until Mania? What do we think? Do you want to see Rhea versus Nia at Mania? Caden and Pooley fighting over Rhea. We've got a ring. The only way to settle this is in the ring. That's yeah. Oh, and now Freya's getting involved. We've got a triple threat. A triple threat for Rhea Ripley. Anybody else? Anybody else declaring? Pooley, see you at Mania. See, Jordan, you might say that, but are you trying to claim her as your as your wife, because we've already got three. Already got three names in the ring for a triple threat at Mania. Oh, Rhea's got a mic. Rhea's got a mic. Oh, okay. There we go. So they're not building it for Mania. They're just trying to get them on the Saturday night main event card. Is that the only women's match on Saturday night main event? I was looking at the card earlier. Saturday night main event. Who? There you go. So that's the token women's match on Saturday night's main event. Because we've got Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens in a contract signing officiated by Shawn Michaels, Gunther versus Jay, Braun versus Sheamus for the IC title, and now Nia versus Rhea for the women's title. This was such a good match. Street fight between Priest and Finn. I really hope this is it. I really hope they're done. Damien Priest, Judgment Day, done. Let it be finished, please. Oh, so Jordan's declared. So it's a fatal four-way between Caden, Jordan, Pooley, and Freya for the hand of Rhea Ripley. Oh, here we go, Judgment Day. JD McNuge. Hey. So, Dom replacing Finn in the tag title match. I don't think Finn's going to be happy with that. Liv thinking it was a good idea. I think Finn's, yeah. I think Judgment Day is splitting up soon. I really do. They're sowing all the seeds. Right. Since Nia is on Raw, hopefully they do more with Candice LeRae. See, I'm concerned for Candice. I think it's been really good for her to get screen time attached with Nia. With Nia not being on SmackDown, I don't know what Candice does. I don't know how she factors in. Kate and Strowman versus Fatu will be a great fight. It's low-key my favorite match of the night. Like, Jane Gunther is going to be good. Braun and Sheamus is going to be good. But, yeah. Braun Strowman and Fatu is, it's my match of the night, I think. Carson, hey, how you doing? Pooley, Freya, Caden, and Jordan are working out the stipulation for their fatal four-way match for Rhea. TLC or something. I mean, it's got to be a ladder match, right? Ladder match? Fatal 4-way ladder match? Like with the wedding certificate, like in the briefcase at the top. That's got to be it, right? Valkyrie. Anyone else love? Sorry, Jordan. Anyone else love Valkyrie? Yeah, she's really good, really really good. I kind of wanted Dakota Kai to win last week, but yeah, she's very good. Charisma, Candice will be fine. She'll go into the US Women's Title division. I hope so. It's already looking pretty good. Chelsea, B-Fab, Mishin, get Candice LeRae in there. Yeah, looking good. Okay, then ladder match. No, not with Rhea hanging above the ring. No, that's a different kind of match that I wasn't suggesting. John, isn't Valkyrie Irish? Yes, she is. Who do you think Dominic recommended to Chad? Good question. Who's a bad guy lucha? Is Santos Escobar still a bad guy? They seem to keep switching it between Legado del Fantasma being good guys and bad guys. So it might be Santos. But aren't they on SmackDown? Interesting. Who do you think, Jack? Who do you think Dominic recommended to Chad Gable? Charisma, I think there will be a big match with like 5 wrestlers for the US Women's title. Hopefully. It's great that they're all getting opportunities. Like it's really good for B-Fab, to be fair. B-Fab hasn't really done much for 6 months. She's just been hanging around with the Street Profits. But yeah, getting some match time with Piper Niven, getting some promo time. Pete Dunne staring that one guy down. All right, here we go. Pete Dunne versus Penta. Craig, can't wait finally get to see Penta live. Grant, unpopular opinion, but Cena has to have a few matches on Raw nearly the end of Jan, and we haven't seen him once. Yeah, Grant. Well, we were talking about this earlier. I think that's the plan. He might be at SmackDown at Indianapolis the night before the Rumble, if not just at the Rumble. But then I think he'll get more involved as we get closer to Mania. Charisma, I wonder when Tyler Bate is going to return from injury. Don't know. Well, would he go down to NXT? Bully hopes Penta is better this week. Yeah. What? Pete Dunne was mid promo. Why would you cut to a break? Or were we on a break and we're only come back? Oh, I was about to say I'm so happy that Pete Dunne is getting time on the mic, but I've lost track as to when we're on a break or not. I want. Have they just cut? They just cut to a break in the middle of Pete Dunne. That's awful. Like they finally give the man a microphone and let him chat. That's annoyed me because I like Pete Dunne and I think he's really, really good. Why did they cut him off? Yeah, very good question, Freya. Unless Pete Dunne was cutting that promo in the ad break, and they've come back from the ad break. I've lost track. Is there anyone in the chat for America as to like who's getting the ad breaks and whether we're in one now or not? This is where we need Ivor. Ivor would keep us straight. Ivor would tell us. Craig, where is Ivor? She's there live. That's why she's not on this, because she is there with one of her mates. Seen it all live. Craig, was he supposed to hit a promo? I think the way that it's all playing out and the fact that we've had Sammy and Seth backstage, I think he was hitting a promo during the break. So yeah, but it was a shame though that they cut him off. That's a great shot. Zooming in on his face with that Catherine reel in the background. He looks a lot more confident this week. That's good to see. Yes. His contacts scare me. Oh, he looks incredible with that mask and the gear. He looks fantastic. Go on, then, here we go. Here you go. Let's have a good match. Did Michael Cole just name check Rev Pro? I really enjoy this new era with Triple H where they can mention indie promotions and not be ashamed of it. Thank you, Poppy Heart. Appreciate the warning. I'm not streaming any footage, so I'll be fine. But thank you. I mean, Pete Dunne's going to lose, but this is the best I've seen him presented for a long, long time. Yes, his promo got cut off, but at least he got to give one. And he's getting some decent moments with Penta. This is the best I've seen Pete Dunne for a while. Vince would never let him talk. This is true. And he was good on the mic as well. Sufyan sent us some gifts. Thank you. It's very kind. Uh-oh. Right on the apron. Hardest part of the ring. Sufyan should have saved Penta v Dunne for the O2. They might run it back. They could run it back. Even if not on Raw, then they could do a dark match, maybe. Penta had a better start than last week. Yes, I agree. I think there was a lot of nerves at play last week. Because it was obviously a big deal. His family was in the crowd, etc. Ooh. Tying up his mask. Now it became untied. Jordan, are all luchadors high flyers? I don't know. I think so. I think that's just the style. I don't think it's everyone, but yeah, I think it's majority of that's their style. Good showing from Pete Dunne so far. Although now we're back from the ads, I think Penta's probably going to turn this around soon. There we go. Shoulders were up then. Freya Pensing's making me fall asleep. He's boring mid. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, most of this fight has been during the ads, and they never do anything exciting for the good guy during the ads. Also, Pete Dunne's kind of made it. Oh, there you go. There you go. Mexican Destroyer out of nowhere. There you go. There you go. See, now we're back from the ads. Now Penta can get going and actually start doing some exciting stuff. There you go. See? It was just because it was the ads. He was just holding back until they were back from the adverts. That's all. Aye. They were just biding time during the ads. What's Pete Dunne doing? Sit down power driver? Ooh. Caden, are you eating Justin Teller? Yes. Yes, I am. I was looking around before the stream and I was like, I'm a bit hungry. What can I snack on? And that's what I found. So it's very rich though, so I'm not having too much of it, not by itself. Three Fishes. Did you just see Karrion Kross in the background smiling? No. Where was he in the background? Was he in the background of the Seth and Sammy promo, or is he somewhere out in the match? Oh. Oh, what was that? Oh. That was an interesting backbreaker. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Craig, how do you know ads and when they run out of time? Well, the ads, from our point of view in the UK, is when they fade to black and then come back. And then they fade to black and come back again. That's like the start and the finish of the ads. During Seth and Sammy's promo, after Sammy walks away, Karrion appeared smiling. Interesting. So yeah, I wonder if after Karrion Kross's promo, if he's going to target Sammy now, which would be good. I think Karrion Kross versus Sammy will be good. Staffy, I can't. I cannot stop buying from TikTok Shop. Just bought a WWE. Well, that's the thing. And if it's the first set of things you've bought, because this happened to me, I bought quite a lot from the TikTok Shop in 1 week because they keep giving you vouchers. Like, oh, this is your first order. This is your second order. This is this. So now I completely get that. Kresma, 9 out of 10 for that match. Interesting. That Penta driver is awesome. Mm-hmm. Craig, for the superstars, I mean, does the cameraman signal them? Craig, it's the referee. There might be someone signaling around the side, but I think it's the referee. Like when he goes to check on them, or when he's like telling them off, he's telling them like how long they've got left, like 30 seconds, 10 seconds. So yeah, the referee does a lot of that communication. Pooley, Penta was much better and has so much potential. Yeah, I think it made a difference him not being as nervous this week. I think he was just very nervous last week. I think. Craig says Penta's entertaining. Freya, most faces are so boring. That's probably why I don't like Penta. Okay. To be fair, that's not Freya. That's not unusual. And in fact, a lot of wrestlers say that it's more fun to play the bad guy because you get more to play with. So I can see that. I need to get that mask for my collection. Well, I think you can buy it, can't you? Is it not on the shop? Okay, then. Oh, I can't stand Logan Paul. All right, let's have a look. I'm pretty sure that Penta mask was on the TikTok shop, but not the TikTok shop. It was on WWE shop. Let's have a look. Ah, £65. Yeah, that's a lot. I've got £62. There's Punk coming out now. There's Punk coming out now. Stop it. I'll wait for the sale. Fair enough. Kiki doesn't like Logan Paul. Pooley, I can't wait to see Logan next week. Jordan, who's got the best tattoos in WWE? I don't know. I don't, because like all the Samoans have like all of their like cultural designs, don't they? I'm not sure. Who have you got, Jordan? Listen to that crowd. Sami Zayn not on CM Punk's level. CM Punk calling in a favor. That was a really solid promo. That's one of the best promos I've seen him cut since he came back. That was a solid promo. But he said he's going to call in a favor or two. Is he going to call in a favor from Paul Heyman? Harry McLaughlin, too good on the mic. He was very good on the mic. Caden wants Logan Paul to have a title run. Interesting. Oh no, Pooley wants it. RS plays. He went there. Yeah, to say that Sami Zayn wasn't on his level, that was a bit of a cheap shot. Jordan would love the Undertaker to come back at the Rumble. I think he's done. Harry McLaughlin goated on the mic. Jordan, wonder which legend they'll bring out for Mania. I think they'll bring out a few because it's in Vegas. It's Netflix first WrestleMania. I think they'll call in quite a few. They'll spend quite a bit of money and bring them all out. They've got a load of people signed to Legends contracts as well, so they've got loads of people on the books that they can just call up. Jordan, thank you for the follow. Caden, does Punk have a... Yes, Punk does have a Pepsi tattoo. Pooley, Sammy wouldn't stand a chance against Prime Punk, but Punk now Sammy can beat him. Interesting. It was a bit harsh that Punk decided to say that about Sammy. Like, Sammy's literally just cut a promo earlier tonight, basically saying that he's after the world title, that he's going for the Rumble, and then Punk just kind of cuts him off at the knees. Jordan, bring back Stone Cold. Yeah, I really hope Stone Cold's at Vegas. To be fair, that was the main reason why I was going to try and get to Vegas this year. I was like, Cena's last WrestleMania, Stone Cold might show up, Rock might show up, or probably will show up. Like, yeah, I've never seen those three live. I really want to see them live. Don't think it's not going to happen. I think I'm 90% certain I'm not off to Vegas anymore. But yeah, hopefully Stone Cold comes out. Darwazy thinks that Punk's going to win the Rumble. Interesting. Jordan, continuing with the questions. Okay, favorite entrances. I'm going to say Kane. Old school classic Kane, just because when I was a kid, I used to love the fact that he could command fire to come up from the turnbuckles. I used to think that was really class. Pooley, are they trying to get everything on Netflix, or are they going to stick with pay-per-views? They do have Raw, SmackDown, and NXT vaults. So they've got the last 2 years, maybe the last 3 years worth of Raw and SmackDown and NXT. And then they've got select episodes from the last 30 years for all of them. So they do have some, except for PLEs. Caden, the Stone Cold Glass smash is iconic. Yes, I saw a clip of that the other day. There's a pay per view where, like, it literally the glass shatters in front of him just as he walks through. Take his American Badass entrance, coming in on the bike. Good shout. Here we go. Io Sky, Dakota Kai. But I like everyone involved in this match. Everyone involved is a really good talent. Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler. This should be a good match. All the Dudleys. Actually, to be fair, because the Dudleys back in the day used to have those. Was it pyros on a string? Where they're kind of like a choo, 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 and then the music will kick in. That was cool. I used to enjoy that. Sign in the background, Dakota Kai is a main eventer. Shayna Baszler just looks like she just walks in off the street. Ooh, stiff boot. Ooh, nice drop kick. Look at Michael Cole giving us a dig into Sonya Deville. Look at that. Excellent. Freya, I just want Drew on falling asleep. Freya, they're the main event. They're not going to be on for, well, maybe after this. Maybe after this. So maybe you got 10, 15 minutes. Hang in there, Freya. You can do it. Freya, give me Drew, please. Wait, you got 10, 15 minutes. Then you'll get him. Jordan, best wrestler on the mic. I mean, can you look further than John Cena or The Rock? In terms of like owning the crowd, having the crowd in the palm of their hands. Freya doesn't like anyone in this match. That's a shame. There's loads of talent in this match. Hey, Ben. I'm good, mate. How are you? Jordan, got to be The Rock. To be fair, you listen back to the stuff that he was cutting during the Attitude Era, and yeah, he had a flow and everything. A lot of love for Io Sky in the crowd. Oof. Nice. Crowd's finally come alive now. Io's in. M98B, what's your thoughts on the show? What's your thoughts so far on the show? 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I mean, the matches are good. The matches are good, so I'd say it's at least a 6 or a 7, just because we've had some good matches. There's nothing like no major storyline development, and there's been no surprises, so I get that. Like there's nothing that would make it like a 10 out of 10. But ooh, that was nice. I like that. That was very nice. Yeah, I'd say a 6 or 7 because solid matches, decent promos. It does have that feeling of 2 weeks before a PLE. It does have that feeling of like a little bit of a filler. Charisma, always forget how talented Io Sky is. Easily the best female wrestler. She is fantastic. Oh. Lovely. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Damage control got the win clean. Io Sky got all the glory on that one, though. But this is why people don't like Pure Fusion Collective. Because they just lost a 3-on-2. People don't like them because they don't win. All right. Well, that's interesting. So M98B thinks it's been a 5 out of 10. I think it's been like a 6 or a 7. What does everyone else think about the show so far? I think we could. I think this. I think this main event could tip it into being like a solid 7 out of 10 for sure. Like, I mean, it's Netflix, so they've got no set time to finish. It's 3:05, so they're 2 hours 5 minutes in. Let's see how long Seth and Drew have in a match, because if they put on a WrestleMania standard match, this could be a really good show. Caden, I feel so bad for Shayna Baszler. She should have had a big push. Yes, she should, Caden. At least there have been at least 2 really good opportunities for her when she blitzed through everybody in the Elimination Chamber and had Becky at WrestleMania. And then Becky was leaving, so she had to drop the title anyway. And then when she retired Ronda Rousey, 2 great opportunities to push her, and they just dropped the ball. Really annoying. Freya, 3 out of 10. Freya, dear me. How? If this is a bad show, dear me, why have you ranked it so poorly, Freya? Caden 6 out of 10. Craig 6.5 out of 10. Freya's missing the Shayna Baszler from NXT. Yep. Probably actually it's been 100 out of 10 because my wife fought. Okay. we need this fatal 4-way ladder match. We need to sort this out. You know what always really impresses me as well? In these promo packages. I used to do video editing. And every week for that WWE production team to come up with new inventive ways to edit these promos together with the music, with the voiceovers, with the graphics, and it still be interesting and engaging week after week after week, and then do like different videos. It's very impressive. I think the WWE production team are the best in the business. Amazing. Ben Cox, one person I think will return at the Rumble that I've not heard people say much is Oscar. It depends. Depends where she's up to with her injury, I guess, because she is out injured. It's not just creative, so it depends where she is. Okay, Frey, you've made it, and you're going to stay awake. Congrats. Jordan, yes, Kane's big red machine entrance was epic. Who else do you know can control fire and make it come out the top of turnbuckles around the ring? Oh, we've got another advert break. Jordan Hall's best ever tag team. That's a very good question. Dudley Boys? Yeah, I think Dudley Boys probably takes it for me. Who's yours, Jordan? Bangkok. So who we're saying is winning? Who needs the win more at the minute? I think Drew needs the win more. Because Drew, his last major fight, he lost to CM Punk. Although he did beat Sammy a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. I think it could go either way. Who do you think, Ben? Who do you think is going to win tonight? Jordan says the Dudleys are the Brothers of Destruction. Two great tag teams. Pooley thinks Triple H is Shawn Michaels, but favorite is the Lucha Dragons. Caden, D-Generation X was great. Yes. New Age Outlaws were a classic, but more for their presentation than their actual in-ring. Whereas I think the Dudleys have it all, to be honest. Bangkok's Hardy Boys got to be up there. True. Well, then Edge and Christian. That was a golden age for tag team wrestling. Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, Dudley's, those TLC matches. Oh, mwah, beautiful. Daps, what's happened to Cody and KO contract signing? It was mentioned last week on Raw for this week. It's on Saturday night's main event. They mentioned it on SmackDown, and they've said that Shawn Michaels is going to adjudicate, and it's on Saturday night's main event. So it's not on Raw. You'll see it on Saturday. Jordan, Usos have the main titles, don't they? I don't know. I don't know if the Usos have the most titles. Probably, I think Kane and Daniel Bryan was on real tag team. See, I wasn't watching at that point, so I didn't see them. But I remember Kane and X-Pac was a tag team at one point. So was it a similar vibe of like the giant and the small technical guy? Grant, why was Seth's entrance so long there? Because it went off to the ads. So in America, they go off to ads. We don't in the UK. So in the UK, we see what happens whilst America's off in the ads. And a lot of times they filled it with hype videos or adverts for WWE Shop or interviews with Jackie Redmond. This time, they just decided to keep the camera on the ring. And that's what normally happens. So I've been to a few live shows like a Raw and SmackDown. And when they go off to the adverts, the talent in the ring still has to entertain the crowd. Like, you know, just because TV's gone away for 3 minutes, you don't want the crowd to die down. You want to keep the crowd up. So yeah, that's what they do. When it goes to the ad breaks, they keep the crowd alive. Frey's very excited for Drew. Pooley, when Brian was in the tag team, he would say no instead of yes because they were called Team Hell No. And Kane was Hell. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Craig says, come on, Drew. Grant, been to lots of shows myself, but not used to seeing it when watching it on TV. Oh, there you go. And to be fair, most of the time, we go to ads as well. So like when it was on TNT Sport, we would go to ads at the same time as America. The first SmackDown on Netflix, we went to ads at the same time as America. Saturday night's main event on YouTube, we would go to ads at the same time as America. So yeah, this is like the first time we've really been different and we've seen behind the scenes during the adverts. Gandalf the White, glad the Rumble is 1 week away. Becky Lynch returns at the Rumble. Interesting. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. Depends what her story is. Whether she comes back as a one-off. I don't think she'll win it. So why come back at the Rumble if she's not going to win it? Jordan, aren't Drew and Sheamus really good mates in real life? Yes, they are. Craig, no matter who Drew's facing, I'll always want Drew to win because he supports the Rangers, Glasgow Rangers. Fair enough. Ben Cox, when is Charlotte Flair returning? Will it be this Friday? Maybe. They did a teaser video for her last Friday. last week on SmackDown, so it's close. And they've decided to tease it instead of leave it as a surprise for the Rumble. So she is coming out soon. Just saw on Twitter, TNA male superstars are entering the Rumble. Moose from TNA has been announced. Excellent. That'll be exciting. Although, again, I think we've got a theme coming through tonight's chat, which is I wish people would stop declaring for the Rumble. Like, how much better would it have been if he just showed up? I mean, I think the only answer for announcing that is that WWE are concerned that the majority of the WWE audience don't know who TNA superstars are, so they're trying to like lessen the potential for a lack of reaction. But still, I would like them to keep things like that a surprise. Freya is very excited for this match, for a big Drew McIntyre in the main event. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Nice sequence there. That was good. The OG Armani. So Nia and Ray are feuding again. I think it's just a one-off for Saturday night's main event. I think they just realized they didn't have a women's match on Saturday night's main event, and so they thought, what can we build very, very quickly? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. I could be wrong. Look at Seth's chest. Drew is proper slapped him silly. Uh-oh. Ooh. That could have been nasty. Then WWE basically confirmed Naomi's who attacked Jay by moving Bayley to Raw. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they've basically just confirmed that it wasn't Bayley and it wasn't Nia. So they've just started ruling people out, haven't they? OG, I don't get why Nia is more angry at Rhea than Tiffany. Armani, very good point. Very, very good point. After 6 months of build between Tiffany and Nia, and all the stuff that Nia did, all the bullying, for Tiffany then to get her moment, and for Nia just to seemingly let it go, does feel a bit weird. Come on, Seth. Seth is my pick tonight, I've decided. Ooh, nice tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Fred, just enjoy yourself. You do you. You do you. Jordan, best psyche in WWE history. What do you mean? As in ring psychology? Because for me, that would be Triple H. I think no one could work a match like Triple H, like focusing on the body part. Yeah, his in-ring psychology, selling. Yeah, for me, it's Triple H personally. Oh, physique. Oh dear. Um, although again, for me, Triple H, and I know I sound like a broken record, but in his prime, he had that proper triangle thing going on. Um, yeah, like for me, like people like Brock Lesnar and stuff, they always like they felt too big, but yeah, Triple H seems to have like that right mix of build and lean. Um, yeah, Batista for you, fair enough. He's slimmed down a lot lately. Like he's slimmed down a lot. I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but yeah. All right. Come on, Seth. Uh-oh. Oh, I hate this. Alabama Slam. I'll reverse Alabama Slam. Oh, Caden. I'd argue Finn Balor has the best physique. Um, I mean, he's definitely cut. He's seriously cut and lean. Like that 6-pack or that 8-pack, really well cut. There you go, Seth getting his own back for the chops, getting those receipts in. Ooh. Go on, and again. One more time. Go on, Seth. Ooh. Right on the wrist. Two and a half right there. Come on, Seth. Although I feel like Drew's going to turn this around at some point. David Rish joining us on YouTube. Thoughts on Lyra? Fantastic. Great talent. Hope she gets given really good creative with this IC title. So that's the thing, David. She can give me the title. She can be the first ever women's IC champion. Great. If she has no feuds or no decent creative afterwards, what's the point? But yeah, she's a great talent. Hopefully, she gets the opportunity to keep shining. Ben Cox, Lex Luger had a great physique back in the day. Wasn't he the one who famously would say that he only had 4% body fat? Wasn't that him? Oh, here we go. Roll through into the arrow. No, reversed. Oh, into. Oof. 2.9 on that one. I don't think Seth has landed that combo for a while, you know. Like, he used to always land it, the superplex into the broken arrow. But I can't remember the last time he's actually landed that. Freya just described him. Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, I'm multi-streaming at the minute across YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, and also got accounts on Blue Sky and Threads and Instagram. So yeah, if you want to keep up with everything that goes out there, yeah, please subscribe. That'd be awesome. Mr. Claymore. Come on, Seth. Oh, I love a spine buster. I love a good spine buster. Right, and with two. Yes. Ooh, nice Hurricane Rana. There we go. Julio, does Steph still do the pedigree? Yes. Yes, he does. It's not a finisher, though. It's one of, like, his signature moves that, like, he does towards the end. Caden, this has to be a long fight, surely. Well, I mean, what? We're 15 minutes in, I think. Freya, and I followed on Twitch. Freya, thank you. There you go. So you're covered across all bases. You'll see everything that comes out. Come on, Seth. Oh, here we go. Going for a pedigree? No. Ooh. Pulley wasn't pedigree Triple H's finisher. Yes. Yes. Pedigree was Triple H's. Oof. Come on, Seth. Jordan, favorite move from any wrestler? Sorry, I'm really enjoying this match, so I'm just getting a bit distracted. Favorite move, though? I love a good choke slam. Just a really good choke slam. Like, when they're just, it's basic, but when it's done well, it's just so good. Especially when the big guys do it and can lift them so high. But when I was playing No Mercy on the N64, I used to love giving my wrestlers Farouk's Dominator finish, like gut wrench and then slam. That was always a good. That was always a good one. Ooh. 2.9. Ryan question, do you play 2K24? Now and again. I haven't played it seriously for a good few months. I did used to play it a lot more than I do now. Went through the storyline mode. Obviously went through the showcase, etc. But I haven't played it for a while. How about you? And are you looking forward to 2K25? Freya needs to get 2K25 when it comes out. Ooh, another stiff clothesline. It's just turned into a slugfest, hasn't it? Ooh. Seth won with a sneaky jackknife cover. Interesting. Interesting. Seth got essentially a roll-up pin. Frey, so annoying. Winding me up with those roll-ups on McIntyre. I think that's the point. I think that's the point. To make him feel humiliated. To give him something to complain about. He's not going to claymore him against the ring post, is he? Oh, who's coming out to save him? There we go. Ooh. Ooh. This is making Drew look really strong, to be honest, fighting off both of them. No! Is this the start of a Sami Zayn heel turn? Crowd chanting "You effed up." Is Seth going to be upset? Seth going to realize it was a mistake? Interesting. Interesting. Could this be the start of a Sami Zayn heel turn? Freya. Freya, were you not happy that everyone was ganging up on Drew? Were you not happy? Caden, bit of a short show. 2 hours 35. Not bad. They have said they're not going to go 3 hours unless it needs it. I think if you'd have tried to have stretched that out for 3 hours, it would have made it even worse. Freya, at least I saw Drew tonight, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Jordan says 7 out of 10. Siam has followed. Thank you for the follow. Mark the Scribe has given us a follow. Thank you. Craig, Sami Zayn always hitting the wrong target. Febs, that Raw was mid. I think it was mid by the new standard, by the Triple H standard. I mean, they were all good matches, really good, strong matches, at least 15 minutes a pop. It did feel like 2 weeks before a pay-per-view, 6 weeks since the last pay-per-view. It did feel, it kind of had that filler element to it, but still decent matches. Pooley thinks it was 8 out of 10. Jordan says a 7 out of 10. That Penta and Drew were best matches. Fair. I liked the Kofi and Ray match, to be honest. I know it was like the first match of the night, so you can kind of forget about it. But I thought Ray versus Kofi, Kofi's first match as a heel, I thought it was really good. Gandalf, thank you for streaming, mate. Appreciate you. Thank you, mate. Thanks for watching. The whole point of this watch along is that we do this together and we chat and we have a laugh and we have some fun. So yeah, thank you for being engaged, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for all your comments. Same for everybody. I really do appreciate you all watching along. Yeah, this is why I do it. I don't do this just for the sake of it. I do this to have a good time with you guys. But that is it. It is 20 to 4 in the morning. So, and I have work tomorrow. So I am going to go. But this, this, guys, has been fantastic. Loads of fun, as always. We'll do it all again for Friday Night SmackDown. We'll do it all again for Saturday night's main event. We'll be streaming live watch-alongs. I might try and go live a couple of other times through the week as well at a more reasonable time. But yeah, see you next time, guys. Have an amazing week. And yeah, see you soon. Take care.